Hi, welcome back. Today we're continuing with chapter 3 of the book, which gives a brief overview of the history of women in the United States. And what I'd like to do is, for the first time, actually read a brief passage from the book that speaks to what we mean by fear of the feminine and subjugation of women. Subjugation of women is a pretty straightforward topic, which is available for anyone to see who's willing to look honestly at the history of this country and just the history of humanity, really, in terms of the subjugation of women across cultures. But we're focused primarily on the United States. So I want to just read a passage that gets really clear on what we mean by fear of the feminine and how that applies to masculinity in men, especially what I describe as the unhealthy masculine. So for those of you following along at home, this is on page 38 of the book. While the historical subjugation of women is visible for any honest person who is willing to look, the fear of the feminine manifests in less obvious ways. This chapter posits that those men who primarily manifest unhealthy versions of masculine traits like rights, independence, individualism, justice, and wisdom, which historically have resulted in dominance over, violence against, and subjugation of women and others, often fear healthy feminine traits like responsibility, relationship, care, mercy, and compassion as emasculating rather than integrating. More specifically, cisgender heterosexual males who historically have been conditioned to, quote, be men, unquote, that is, stereotypically masculine, experience both a strong attraction to the power of the feminine in women and a fear of emasculation-based aversion to the feminine in themselves. They mistake healthy feminine masculine integration as emasculation, which terrifies them. So they subjugate what they fear. So that's being addressed by many authors nowadays and many teachers nowadays. A couple of quick examples: a book, Reinventing Masculinity by Ed Adams and Ed Fraunheim. Another book, Expansive Intimacy by Jim Young and Richard Reeves of Boys and Men, are addressing that need for a new masculinity. But again, our focus here is on the result of this unhealthy masculine energy over the course of almost 250 years in the United States and how it has subjugated women. So we're going to continue to provide some specific examples in the next several episodes. So again, I appreciate your tuning in. See you next time.